Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, oh my gosh. I don't even know whose lunchbox that is. Okay, here. Oh my gosh. Meal break confessions? I'm not sure if I'm going to do meal break confessions or if I'll use this for Matthew's World. Either way, it's going somewhere because I'm definitely posting it today. The guy who killed my cousin Amanda has been out, and I've wanted to say something so badly about this for the last, I've been wanting to say something, and I chose not to, but I'm getting tired of holding my tongue. I was getting tired of holding my tongue, but then I got some really good news. And the good news that I got was the DA actually called my mom and let her know that last night he was arrested for communicating threats. And this time they're going to try to keep him because he violated his probation. And I said, granted, this is not the proper definition of karma, okay? But the way we use it in modern society is typically what goes around comes around. It's biting them in the butt. And I'm very thankful that maybe now they can have this man behind bars where he belongs, because I'm not going to go into the grisly details of the case. I think that is just inappropriate. But I will say this, that he deserves to be behind bars. Period. And I think we need to understand there is a time where grace and mercy can be removed. I think there's a time where grace and mercy should be removed. For those of you who know me well, I'm a fan of Frank Hamer. If you want to go look him up, you can. That will tell you a lot about me. So side note, I'm eating leftover Chinese food, sesame chicken, rice, broccoli, potato chips. I've got my little kitty applesauce and some subtly sweet tea that I bought on clearance for like 21 cents or something, and it's got my Metamucil in it. So is what it is. Anyway, so I'm saying all that and transitioning to say this, and it's something I've thought about for a little while now, is my ministry. Some of the things I want to do in my ministry, my purpose, so forth. The church itself, I don't believe does enough. I think as a society, we depend on the government too much. I can say that the legal system does what it does, and I don't always agree with it. Our law enforcement does what it does. I don't always agree with it. I don't think we have enough law enforcement, but I also don't believe we have enough community cooperating to make life easier. There are people on the streets that should not be on the streets. There's no excuse for them to be on the streets. They either need to be in non-existence or they need to be in prison. Because there's certain people that cause havoc and mayhem. Those people need to be locked away, in my opinion. The church in the 20th century, I felt like, made one big mistake. They focused more on winning souls than they did transforming souls. We focus, even now, we focus on treasure in heaven. We focus on when we all get to heaven, what a day, glorious day that's going to be. And I'm not against that. I agree 100% with, that's fine. But we're missing community. We're missing our place in community. We're afraid to touch community. We don't want to attack the issues that are going on right now. And the issues are many domestic issues. We're trying to go save souls overseas, which, again, I'm not against. We're neglecting what's happening at home. Period. That's a mistake. And it is not the Christ-like spirit. It is not our job. We are to let our light shine. I had a pastor one time that said, I didn't come to take sides, I came to take over. And I think that needs to be the mentality. We're letting the culture rule us too much. We're letting the streets and all this other madness, people doing what they do, we're letting that rule us. No. We need to get off our butts. We need to get out of the four walls. And we need to take care of business, is what we need to be doing. We need to be shutting stuff down. I watched the documentary on Pat Robertson. Love him or hate him, let me tell you, that man did a lot of good. Okay? And a lot of it was, I'm going to take over the airwaves for the Lord. That type of thing. We don't have a lot of that now. We got this, we're just going to stay in our lane and we're just going to be pretty and we're just going to serve the Lord. No. We were not sent here to just serve the Lord. Part of serving the Lord is taking over. Part of serving the Lord is taking over. And that is what we need to be doing. We need to be getting more involved, period, in community. Study the Quakers, for instance. I think that's why I've been visiting the Quaker church. I think that's why I'm a little bit drawn to the Quakers, not because they're quiet or they're peaceful, but because they get their hands dirty, or they have a history for that. Get your hands dirty. Do something. It's like Theodore Roosevelt. Get action, stay sane. Do something for society. And that, we need to be more involved with politics. We need to be more involved with the legal system. We need to be more involved with law enforcement. We need to be more involved with street matters. We need to be more involved in our communities. There's no excuse for us to be sitting, acting like, we're just going to sit here and do nothing. And we're just going to sit here, look pretty, and serve the Lord. No, we need to get off our butts and get to work. Okay? Now, I said that to say that this man has been free for over 1.5 years on probation after what he did to my cousin. And the law finally did something about it. But I also believe, too, because the threat was communicated, that he was arrested. You can't be manipulated by fear, okay? If you see something, report it. It don't matter. You stick with it. As Christians, we have a duty. I like what George W. Truett said. We have a duty. And we need to be doing that. So let's get it together and get on the ball. That's all I'm saying. I guess that's it. I'm sure there's more that will come to me, but I'm urging you, and I'm urging myself, and I'm urging everyone that says, I bear the name Christ. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. Let's make some things happen. Let's clean up our streets, clean up our neighborhoods, clean up our communities. Let's do some things. Let's make some things happen. And on that note, take care and be well, everybody.